was it whenever you guys went to Laurel County?
It was a very eye-opening experience. We took about 30 of the football players, and there were 4 of us coaches that went as well. And it was kind of something that the boys had talked about last fall, that they wanted to do things that they could to help around the community and in Kentucky to kind of make a big difference.
It's really nice. It's like really, it's gonna boost us up for a lot on their helping out with the community.
Well, it was the guys did a great job, and you know how it is. When you get out of school to do something, some guys went knowing what the experience was going to be. Some guys had gone on mission trips before. You know, there's always a couple guys that probably went to just get out of class, and then by the time they got there and they really saw how real it was, you know, it's not the same when you see the devastation on the news, and then when you're actually standing there where someone's home was, and you're looking across the street in the trees where it is now, and it just really puts things into perspective. I think a lot of our guys realize that some of the problems that they think are pretty major in their daily life are nothing compared to some of the major problems people actually do deal with.
What was the main things that the boys hooked up with?
Well, what they did is they dropped us off in a bus in an area where the tornado had gone straight through, and there was a trailer home that had been thrown completely across the road into a wooded valley of trees. And it was completely destroyed. If you would have just driven by, you couldn't tell it had been a house at all. It was completely destroyed, and we cleaned the entire area, and then we re-ran a fence through the area because it was actually a horse pasture. So we didn't want the horses to get anywhere near to where the debris had been because there was glass and stuff still on the ground. So they re-ran a fence line after we cleared out the entire area. It was an 8-hour workday. Yeah, so they did a lot of work. When we first got there, I think everybody felt pretty overwhelmed, like how are we actually going to do this? There was a church group that showed up midday and helped out as well that made a huge difference for us. But we were able to get it all done.
Thank you.
Thank
How
you.
did you guys feel about going down and spring staff?
It was a long trip, and we went on different trucks and cars. We were kind of carpooled. Then whenever we got there, we got into like this little meeting. Coach told us what we're going to do and pretty much what we think we're going to experience, like the wreck that happened with this huge trailer that just went on one side of the hill to the other. And then we all got in a bus and we drove to the wreck site.
Awesome.
How did you feel about it, Casey?
Well, like from where I lived in Iowa, I kind of knew some of the damages that were going to happen.
Yeah.
But this was more personal. Like when we got there and we were picking stuff up, we saw pictures of the people that lived in this house, and like just the feeling of seeing someone's stuff and knowing who lived there and it's nothing. It was really big.
Was there anything left of like the community down there?
Well, like the way it hit, there was a section from where the tornado had just hit one house and went through, and then like there was a house on the side that only had shingles taken off it, and then there was a house on the right that hadn't been touched.
What's your name?
Cody was there.
So, you guys went and helped out with the tornado victims?
Yes.
How'd you feel about that?
I like it. It's a neat experience. When we first pulled up, a lot of devastating views and everything. Families lose everything they have. It's just a matter of seconds.
What was the main thing you guys helped with?
When we pulled up, it had been somebody's trailer had been flipped over the road. They lost everything. Found a couple pictures, and we helped clean up that area. Pull the trailer back up on the road. Fenced up the farm that we was on. Just cleaned it up.